Okay, I'm going to give you the word picture.
Okay.
Right, and before we go on to roll, I'm going to give you the word picture. I'm partly trained.
Right.
And my instructor today, who's not available, who's got the same car as you, he said we were going to look at Crossroads. Don't worry about my eyesight or my driving licence. Don't go there. That's been checked. So I want you to just assume it's been checked, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So don't even go there.
Right.
So we're partly trained and we're going to cover Crossroads. So do you understand what we're doing?
Yes. Yep.
What we're doing?
Crossroads. Partly trained.
Partly trained. Right. Okay. So yes, when you're ready.
Right. Hello, Tony. My name's Barry.
Hello, Barry. How are you? Right?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this lesson for you today. As your other instructors off playing golf or whatever. Okay. Right. The subject we're going to do today is Crossroads.
Yep.
Okay. What have you done in your previous lessons? What did you do in your last lesson?
Oh, we did a bit of driving round and
have you done emerging or turning or anything like that?
oh yeah, we've done a bit of emerging and turning right, turning left. Yeah.
You did. Okay. Can you tell me what your procedure is when you're coming up to a junction? Then what would you do as you approach the junction?
Oh, it's that procedure there, isn't it? Mirror, signal, position, speed, look routine. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. In a way, Crossroads are very, very similar to emerging or turning, depending what you're doing.
All right. Yeah.
So, if you've done emerging and turning, this is very, very similar.
Yeah.
The only difference is when you come up, instead of it being a T-junction, you've got an extra road to watch out for.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where a lot of the problems come from. Also, the difference is if you're turning right, you might have another car turning right as well, which you wouldn't have on a T-junction. So
right.
that's your main difference. But if we just start as you approach your Crossroads, you bring in your MS PSL, which you say you've already done for junctions. Okay. What we do when we get there,
Which way are we going?
if we can turn left, we do very, very similar to when you're emerging from a T-junction. You take your normal driving position, which is about 1 metre from the road.
Well, what's the first thing I do? Just coming out of roll.
Check your mirrors.
Right.
Sorry, yeah. So as you come along, you check your mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah. You signal left.
Yeah. Which mirrors?
You check your centre mirror and your left mirror, because
Right.
we're going to turn left, yeah?
Yeah.
You then signal left. Your position is your normal road position for turning left. So we stay about 1 metre away from the road. And as we get to the
Right,
end...
just drag you back a bit. You really are lacking in detail here, aren't you? I mean, you've got this MSPSL in front of you here, yeah? I don't know why you're not using it, yeah? Yeah, so we're coming up and we're going to turn left. I'll check the interior mirror. I'll check... The reason why I'm checking the interior mirror, see...
All right, yeah.
Yeah? Right.
Yeah. So you check your interior mirror. And the reason you're checking the... Do you know why you check your interior mirror?
Just tell me, it's
Right.
easier, Barry.
You're checking your interior mirror because that gives you a true perspective of any cars that are behind you. So that is the proper distance.
Yeah, the reason why I'm getting you to tell me instead of asking me, because it's phase one, and the brief's going to drag on for a long time if I'm going to start answering your questions, yeah?
Well, actually sort of make it a bit interactive as you've done approaching.
Go on, carry on.
Okay. You then check your left mirror to see if there's any push bikes or motorbikes coming up the inside, because the problem is you're going slow.
And if there was?
And if there was, you'd let them go.
All right, yeah.
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 You then pop a left signal on to let people know what's going on. It's normally about 5 or 6 car lengths from the junction.
Yeah,
You do
yeah,
that,
yeah.
unless there was another road earlier. Then
Right,
you
okay.
wouldn't. Yeah, you take your position up,
Yeah.
which for turning left is your normal road position, which is
All
about
right,
1 metre from the curb.
Yeah.
And we follow that around, and we just turn the wheels again to follow the curb round, and we stop with the car right on the dotted lines there.
Right.
So we're not encroaching. It's important that we don't encroach onto the road, because if we did go too fast and the front of the car was protruding, and a cyclist came along, the cyclist would swerve around the front and could possibly be hit by a car.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when we do this, we'll pick up reference points and we'll go through all that. Now when you're there, it's important we take proper observation. So what we do is a system called Rolo. So we look to the right and see what is approaching. We're looking out for any cars, motorbikes and things, and also pedestrians that are on the corners. Then we look opposite to see what's happening on the road opposite.
Right.
Then we look left. Then we look opposite again, and then we look right.
Right.
Okay? And if it's clear, we can pull out. If we're going to go straight across this junction, again, it's the same system as we approach. So you've got your mirror signal, position, speed, look.
Yeah.
The only difference is on the position, where we've turned the wheel slightly to follow the curb round, we look into the junction as we're approaching. With this junction here, there's no cars. So what we do is we keep our normal position 1 metre, but we don't turn the wheel.
Oh, okay.
So
right.
we end up pointing
Yeah.
dead straight across
Yeah.
1 metre.
Yeah.
We do the same observations, Rolo, and then we drive across when it's safe. Now, how we judge it's safe to drive across is if you can walk across, it's walk across, drive across.
Right.
So if there's a car coming here, if we work out, if we use our judgment and decide we would happily walk from that pavement to that pavement, then we can drive across.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
Okay. And that goes for it either way. Now, if we're gonna, if for instance there was a parked car there, then we have a slightly different arrangement. As we pull up, the position will change to as if we were turning right. So we go just left of the centre, so the car's sitting just there.
Yeah.
The reason for that is it gives us a better view into the road,
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
and we don't have to suddenly swerve across once we're over. We're
Right.
already in a good position to drive
Yeah.
across. We take the same observations. If we're going to turn right, again, we take our normal mirror signal position speed look. We have our right turn position, so we're just left of the centre. The difference on the observation here is, well, we do the observations, but there's a different way of judging whether it's safe to pull out.
Right.
If there's a car coming this way, we do our walk across, drive across.
Right.
If there's a car coming from our left, and we're going to join it as we turn right, if we just done walk across and we drove out, he'd probably come into the back of us. So what we need to do is to give ourselves more time to pull away and give him time to catch us up. So what we do is we decide, we work out whether we could walk across to that pavement and walk back.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
And if you're happy walking across and
Yeah.
walking back, you've got time to turn
Yeah.
right, accelerate away without him having to
Oh,
brake.
okay. Right. Yeah.
Okay? You might encounter a yellow box junction. All that means is you don't enter that box unless your exit is clear.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And occasionally you might meet another car and you need to turn. We normally prefer to go driver's side to driver's side,
Right.
because as you can see from this picture,
Yeah.
the driver there's got a good view ahead
Yeah.
and he can see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Occasionally road markings or circumstances dictate you would go passenger side to passenger side. And as you can see in this situation, the driver of the yellow car hasn't got a very good view because it's blocked by
Oh,
that
okay.
car.
Right. Yeah.
So if you're doing that,
Yeah.
you've got to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
But that is the preferred method if you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, have you got any questions on that?
Yeah.
Is that all clear?
Yeah. Not going to mention anything about. I'm just coming out of roll. Not going to mention anything about when I'm on the major road.
Oh, when you're on, once you pulled onto the major
No,
road.
when I'm on the major road.
Oh, sorry, yeah. When you're on the major road, driving along.
So if you just turn that around so I can see it, it's the major road.
Sorry. Okay, this is the major road. Okay. If we're driving along where the blue car's going, as we approach it, we do our mirror signal position speed look. Okay, so if it's an open junction and we can see it's safe, we don't need to adjust our speed. But what we need to do is to just glance into the junction. So we'll look into the road to the right, we'll look into the left, just to make sure that if there's a car coming, it is slowing down, stopping,
Right.
and not if it's travelling fairly fast, then the chances are he hasn't noticed it's a junction, and he might just drive straight across and hit us.
Right.
So we've got to bear in mind that not everyone takes notice of these junctions or is that observant. So we'll glance in just to make sure it is safe for us to carry on. If it was a bit of a closed junction or on the brow of a hill, then you may need to just cover the brake as you come up.
Right.
until you get to the junction, and you can see. Yeah.
Anything else you want to mention about when I'm on the major road and that cropped up last week that you forgot to mention? That blue car in the middle of the picture is giving you a great big clue, isn't it?
Oh, again, if you're waiting to turn right from the major road to a minor,
Right.
okay, it's the same sort of system we use to judge whether it's safe to pull in front of that car. If we could walk across from that pavement to that pavement before the car arrived, then it's safe to turn round in front of it.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And we're only cutting across the path, so we don't need to worry about walking back. It's just purely, if you can walk from pavement to pavement, then it's safe to turn round.
Right.
And if you haven't got time, you'd sit, let him go, and then when you've got a big enough gap, you'd then go round.
Oh, okay. Right. Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, to give you a few
I know,
reminders.
I just totally forgot. You get so engrossed on coming out, you just forget.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to push you along there. So we're going to get some practice, yeah?
Okay.
I'll just pause there for a minute.